So normally I don't make any videos on Colin Cowherd because normally most of the time I don't think it's really worth it, as most of the stuff he says is just crazy talk anyways, so I just normally stay away from it. But I recently saw a collection of clips going over the complete change up he has had on Jordan Love since the struggles in October or even before that compared to now. And I'm sure a lot of media are doing the same exact thing, but I saw this video and it was mashed together perfectly, showcasing the things he said and then the exact complete contradiction that he has said recently. So I wanted to make a quick video reacting to this because it's honestly, it's just hilarious. And I'm glad things like this are coming to the forefront, bigger media people, getting proved that they were very much wrong. So let's roll the clip.
Jordan Love is little more than a backup. But we have to admit now, he is the quarterback of the future for Green Bay. First of all, Green Bay's head coach, Matt LaFleur, warned us multiple times in the offseason to temper our enthusiasm. They didn't do that with Herbert, Burrow, or Mahomes. They didn't. They do it different in Green Bay. They draft them, they sit them, they give them an offensive coach, let it bake. It pushes back on the conventional NFL methods, which is draft them, play them early, see if they've got it, bunch of mistakes, live through it, coaches get fired. If it doesn't work, get rid of them, draft another quarterback.
Man, this just reminds me of that one clip that someone made that is just Skip Bayless arguing with himself. I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? Like, I understand you can be wrong. I've been wrong plenty about a lot of players in the past on the Green Bay Packers, but I tend to admit it, or at least I try to hold myself accountable when, I say a certain thing during the offseason or during a struggle point in the season, and it completely flip-flops. Just as you should mention when you called something, correctly. I like to talk a lot about Carl Brooks, Jaden Reed, those type of players, but I was also very much wrong on Samori Toure. So holding yourself accountable, I think, is great when you're analyzing the sport of football, and that's something that Colin Cowherd simply just doesn't have in his dictionary.
Secondly, watch how Green Bay coaches him. They don't trust him. It's hyper-conservative. So simply put, he cannot throw the ball accurately down the field.
Down the edge, here he comes. Protected as well, firing in the middle of the field. Touchdown.
Off platform, amazing throw.
But this is what I've been saying all year about Justin Fields and Jordan Love.
Saying
so
all
much
year
of young quarterback play in this league is, what is your support system? Justin Fields has way more to overcome. An old, out-of-touch owner, shaky front office, initially a bad O-line, a defensive coach. Green Bay just does it right.
Man, that's a tired narrative. I mean, Green Bay is the youngest football team in the NFL. They arguably have the worst defense in the NFL. Yes, they just held the Minnesota Vikings under Jaron Hall and Nick Mullins to 10 points, should have been 3 points. But that is such a tired narrative that they have a better supporting cast than maybe, say, someone like Justin Fields. That's such a tired narrative. I just love how he completely flipped his script, saying we need to temper our expectations on Jordan Love. Matt LaFleur told us to, but they didn't do that with Justin Herbert, any of the other great quarterbacks. And then 2 days ago, he says, they let him bake in Green Bay. They do it differently. They are patient with their quarterbacks. They allow them to grow. It's like he completely flipped on what he was saying. Like, he is correct saying that the Packers don't do the conventional rebuild. Teams draft quarterbacks into horrible situations, play them right away, and when it doesn't work for one season or sometimes 2 seasons, they simply draft another quarterback. And a lot of the time, it's not the quarterback's fault. So the Green Bay Packers allowing Jordan Love to sit under someone like Aaron Rodgers and get coached by someone like Tom Clements for 3 years is probably a lot of the reason why he's succeeding right now, because he was able to grow within the system, grow under Matt LaFleur, rather than just get thrown right into the fire. So he is correct on that, but to completely flip your script basically off of what you said in October is just ridiculous. And it's wild that in October he says, watch how Green Bay coaches him. They don't trust him. Matt LaFleur has never not trusted Jordan Love. And then saying, simply put, he cannot throw the ball accurately downfield when in the last 7 weeks he has been the best at throwing the ball accurately downfield. I mean, if you watch some of these throws on the All-22 footage from last week, and this goes for the last 8 weeks, there's some absolutely absurd type of throws, and I know it's a repetitive thing saying this, but it looks a lot like an Aaron Rodgers-esque throw. And at the end, for Cowherd to not only go back on what he originally said, but almost double down on saying all of young quarterback play is based on the supporting cast, and still not giving Jordan Love the credit he deserves when he's basically saying, oh, I was right the whole time. It's just ridiculous. These type of media people need to be stopped, and I know creating a video talking about it is doing the opposite. It's giving it more exposure, and that's why I normally don't do it, but this is just simply so funny to me that I wanted to make a video on it and give my thoughts on it because it's just such a hilarious thing to watch. Like I said, it reminds me so much of that video of Skip Bayless arguing with himself, just a mashed up selection of clips over a period of time where he's just arguing with himself. It's crazy how much Jordan Love has progressed over the second half of this season. In October, there were a lot of people, I wasn't personally one of them, clamoring that Jordan Love wasn't the answer and Sean Clifford should be starting at quarterback. I kept saying that is crazy talk. You got to be patient with someone like Jordan Love, and even if it doesn't work out fully this year, you still got to give him another season. You can go back, you can watch my old videos. That's what I've been saying all year, and I have been supporting Jordan Love, and now we see why, right? Over the last 7 games, Jordan Love has thrown 1,834 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 1 interception. The best touchdown to interception ratio by all quarterbacks in that span, with a 68.42 completion percentage and a 109.9 quarterback rating in that span as well. Simply put, Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback right now. And that is amazing to say considering this is year 1 of Jordan Love. When we look at this season as a whole, before it happened and also when it ends, it was used to evaluate what Jordan Love can be for this football team and if he is the future at quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. And I say at this point, we can 100% answer that yes, Jordan Love is the future at quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. He's shown so much promise. He's shown so much progression. And I am super excited for the future of this very young offense with all the weapons around him. You're talking Jaden Reed, Tay Wicks, now even Bo Melton, 2 tight ends in Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave, a very solid offensive line. Yes, Aaron Jones is aging, and A.J. Dillon had a down year, but I feel the Packers will address running back next offseason, whether it's, keeping Aaron Jones and drafting a guy or getting rid of Aaron Jones and signing a free agent and drafting a guy. I think they will address that. But outside of that, I mean, at wide receiver, not only the young guys and Christian Watson, if he can stay healthy, and Romeo Doubs, they have 5 or 6 guys that are, in my opinion, going to be on the roster next year. So the Packers might not even need to draft a wide receiver in the 2024 draft. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Like I said, I normally don't make videos pertaining to media people like Colin Cowherd, Skip Bayless, because a lot of time I feel like the things they release, the things they talk about, sometimes they don't even really believe themselves, which I think is just absolutely insane, but it gets the clicks, I guess. So I normally don't make videos on that sort of stuff because it doesn't really hold much value in my opinion, but this is just so funny to me, so I figured, hey, why not? But that about does it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please leave a like down below. Also, if you're a new viewer to the channel and want more Packers news, analysis, and updates, you can find it all here, everything Green Bay Packers, right on this channel. Go down and click subscribe. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.